So I wanted to share a quick story about my local nail lady. So where I'm from is very small. It's kind of near the city, but it's kind of a small area. So I'm a country girl, and most country people are very private. So I want y'all to understand that this channel is straight from my heart, straight from what I feel like purpose is leading me to. So I don't want anybody to think, oh, she is doing this for the clout. No, ma'am. No, sir. Because country people are very, very private. But luckily for me, I have been able to get so much support locally within my family. And it has been awesome. So I wanted to get on and share about my nail lady. So first of all, I want to give her a shout out. I never call anybody's name like that. But um me and her, we just have heart to heart sometimes. So your hair lady, your nail lady, all of those women, it's like a community therapy group or something. So you go there to try to pamper yourself, woo-saw, bring yourself down, and just to make sure yourself feel girly and feminine. So it's a whole vibe when we together. And her energy is really good. So she was telling me how she didn't like working on Sundays just for religion reasons. We don't even have the same faith. We both believe in God, but in different entities as far as religion wise. And I enjoy the fact that that doesn't separate us from being able to have common conversation, to be kind to one another, and give out good energy and conversation during my appointments. Um, so she was just telling me that she didn't want to work on Sunday. So I was asking her to elaborate, share with me, why are you working on Sunday? Because on this particular day, I believe it was a Sunday because it's slower and it's easier for me to hop in and hop out on a Sunday for those type of appointments, my self-care appointments, and maintenance for myself on Sundays, maybe Thursdays or Wednesdays. I'm a random type of person when it comes to those things. But it was a Sunday this particular day, and she was kind of down. So I was just like, well, you know what's wrong? Elaborate why you don't like working on Sundays. So she was like, well, God say that we should rest on Sundays. And a lot of people, modernly, we have let this go. Although in the Bible, it do say that we should rest on the Sabbath day. But to each his own, however you want to live out that you can. So I was just encouraging her, you should honor yourself, girl. So if that's really what your ethics or what your core of your self is telling you, which is your spirit, if that's telling you to not work on Sunday, why are you here? Why are you dishonoring your own self, going against yourself to please a business? Businesses are great. It's good to be loyal. It's good to provide great customer service. I know that's the way that you have to take care of yourself. But if it's going against your core beliefs, then you should not do them. I was just like holding sacred space for her just to say, hey, it's okay if you don't want to work on Sundays. Don't feel forced. Just speak up. Advocate for yourself. Say, listen, Sundays just are not good days. I am a Monday through Saturday girl, but Sundays is just not a good day for me. I would rather rest mentally, spiritually, and physically. That's just the day that I just am against working. You can put that in writing. You can submit that to your employers, or even if family decide that they want to have some type of gathering only on Sundays, that's their most available day, don't show up. Honor yourself. So I felt so amazing, and you can see my nails. I felt so amazing just speaking with her and sitting with her in her energy and just giving her permission. I think my second video that I made, my first one was about forgiveness, and my very second video was about um permission. And I think I labeled it permission slip or something. You do not need permission to do what feels good and what feels right to you. You should just do it. And when you begin to honor yourself, I had to learn this. Um, I have had a great teacher that is not really religion, but she's more spiritual. Shanika, she has taught me honor yourself. You are a woman, you are a feminine woman, you are the essence of God. When people see you, they should see a reflection of Him. So you can't do that by dishonoring yourself. Continue to honor yourself at all times. I'm looking up because I see the other mothers going in. They allow us to go in for cheer practice, I think the last 15 minutes. So I'm gonna be wrapping it up. But listen, honor yourself. So I felt like I was actually giving a part of, I guess, my 10%. I physically, financially give money as well, but it feels good sometimes too, just to give service or hold sacred space for other women who just want to speak to another woman and say, you know, you're right. So when I spoke to her about a month later, when I went back for my for to get my dip powder removed and changed to a different color, she was saying, "Girl, do you know I do not work on Sundays?" And I was like, I was thanking God that I was actually able to give her permission. I signed her permission slip, or she signed it herself in agreement with me, that she do not have to work on Sundays if she doesn't want to. But when you start honoring yourself, other people will look at you strange. They may walk away. They may say you're acting funny. They may turn their back. They may talk about you, whisper about you. Keep your head up high. Keep your eyes focused on the end result. Even at these jobs are very temporary. God did not place you here to work nobody's job 24/7. He still wants you to rest, invest into yourself, into your kids, into your marriage, and into your family. Don't sit around and break yourself down internally and go against your own ethnical things that you know that don't bring your self honor, because you will start to have low self esteem. You will have to say, you will start having low self worth when nobody thinks I'm valuable enough to stay at home, or nobody thinks enough of me to do this. That's not nobody else's job but yours. It's up to you to honor you. And the more you do that, the more you start standing in your power. People look upside your head like you're crazy. What's going on with her? Oh, she's crazy. She's practicing voodoo. I didn't heard it all. I don't care. I don't care. When I look in the mirror, I want to be happy with the Jessica that I see. And when I look in the mirror, I'm very happy and beginning to become more peaceful with where I am, where I stand, and the yeses and nos. You have to make them very concrete. I met another lady. This nail salon must really be sewing into me some way, or I'm sewing money into it. But another lady I met there, she was like, "Girl, make your yeses yeses and your nos nos." And at some point in my life, I felt like I was being very indecisive, but I had to reel it in. So now I make sure my yeses are yeses and my nos are nos. And you don't have to be rude about it. I used to be that chick on the block, oh, with the dark skin complex. I've been bullied or whatever. That I felt like I had to be overly aggressive about things. But the more you sit in your feminine energy, honor yourself, become the woman that God wants you to be, you will realize all of that stuff is not, you don't have to do it. If people do not want to honor you, get away from them. Get around some people who are going to sow into you just like you're sowing into them. Um, and you can't run away from negative people, but you don't have to feed into it. You can just say, I'm not at that space right now, or I'll call you back, or oh, I'm busy that weekend, I can't come. And just make your visits far in between. Don't overly give yourself to anybody. Sometimes people take you for granted if you're in their face 24/7. You're too close to it. Sometimes you have to step back and really think about what's going to make you happy. And I think you should start doing that. I'm not telling anybody to go on their job, fuss people out, or quit, but you have to start taking those subtle changes to make sure you're being happy at the end of the day, and that you can look in yourself in the mirror and be happy. So I just wanted to get on here and tell y'all the story about my nail lady. I'll be back soon.